afternoon and welcome to Channel 6 News. Today we are going to discuss what is occurring in Berlin. The issues in Berlin root from the Soviet Union's decision to split Berlin into West and East. Let's go to our expert, Oceana, to find out more information.
Well, I'm not coming home for dinner tonight. Oh, thanks, Taylor. The western portion is controlled by the U.S. in an effort to keep democracy rather than communism in Russia, which is controlled by the Soviet Union. This blockade was created by the Soviet Union and restricts the ability of people on other sides to change political ideologies. Now let's follow Jacquelyn with more information on this subject.
Thank you, Oceana. As she was discussing before, if someone on the eastern side of Russia made the decision to become a Democrat or escape communism and travel to the western side, there is no known physical access to do so. Although there are reports and sightings of immigration attempts by the communists of the East, let's go back to Oceana with a guest discussing the possible underground tunnels.
Oh, shoot, we're on. Thanks, Jacquelyn. Today we have a special guest with the name of Heidi, who claims to have witnessed people escaping out of something which appeared to be an underground tunnel. So welcome, Heidi. What can you tell us about what has been occurring?
Thank you for having me. One day when I was walking to grab some milk from the store, I saw people running out from an alleyway. I thought this was strange, so I walked to the alleyway and noticed people escaping from what looked like an underground tunnel. I don't know and can't say for certain of this underground tunnel, but I do have my suspicions. If my suspicions were correct, it deeply saddens me to think that people would go to such desperate measures to escape. I feel like that really goes to show the neglect and abuse people face on the other side. It makes me feel grateful to be on the better side. We get more freedom, and we escape the grip of the Russian communists.
All right, Heidi, thank you for sharing your insight with us. We appreciate your time on Channel 6 News. Let's return back to Taylor with some more information on what everybody loves. Chocolate!
Questioning over what you just heard Oceana share, you can reassure yourself because chocolate is going to be another discussion of this hour. In West Berlin, people were cut off almost completely from the outside world. People in the West were restricted from railroads, highways, and canals. Because of this, Americans are flying in aircrafts, supplying food, water, clothing, and medicine. On occasion, pilots will drop special gifts from the sky. The chocolate bars that are being dropped from the planes are the soldiers' rations, made especially for the soldiers. Little does the Hershey Company know that West Berlin children everywhere are eating their products. Here with me today is a special little girl named Greta who has a lot to say about these special Hershey bars.
Hello, I'm Greta. These chocolate bars are very, 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 very good. They come from the sky. It makes my mouth very happy. The sky gods are being very, very generous. They fly candy in it, it just flies, and it's just so good, you know? Like, it just makes me just, like, so happy, and, you know, I could be having, like, a really bad day, and this chocolate will just make my day. It's just really, really good. You know what I like to say, though? It's raining chocolate. Hallelujah.
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 Thanks, Greta. Now, before we wrap up this segment with Jack, let's take a quick commercial break.
Where is the chocolate? Chocolate. Chocolate.
Thanks to the good Americans, I got the necessary supplies I need. They send me in water. They send me in ointment for my men's rashes. They send me in pills for my men's pain. Let's see what else. They send more pills for my men's pain because they care about our men. They send in lotion for our dry hands. And they send us soap. Good, homemade, American, democratic soap. Go democracy.
Hello, I'm Greta, and this is Charlie. We like chocolate very much, don't we? Yes, we do. We eat it all the time, and our favorite is Hershey's. We support it.
Oh, okay. Hello, this is our second eyewitness for this newscast today. We figured you guys would want to see another point of view, trying to help you comprehend what is going on in the East Berlin area and how the conditions are. So, Olga, please tell us why you are here today.
Hi, I'm Olga, and I survived escaping from the eastern side of Berlin. I was 16 years old when I made the decision to come over to the western side of Berlin, and I had to go through the Berlin Wall and get through the checkpoint Charlie. In doing this, I had to go under an underground tunnel to get over to the western side. And the reason why this checkpoint Charlie was there was for the NATO to get from side to side, because they were the only people that were allowed to go through the eastern Berlin Wall. So I made the decision, and a couple of my friends and I went to checkpoint Charlie, and we climbed underneath, and then once we got to the side, we were free. We escaped from communism, and it was the happiest day of our lives.
How were the conditions?
The conditions that day were, it was like a normal day outside, and it wasn't too cold, and we didn't really get to bring much when we went, but we had to be really careful because there were guards all around, and we had to go when it was like later in the night, and we barely made it when a guard started chasing after us.
Okay, thank you, Olga. Thank you, Olga, for talking to us today. That was very nice, and I would just like to thank you for that. Now back to Taylor in the studio.
Thank you to our reporters live on the scene. This is Taylor Desormeau, and we are signing off. Channel 6 News. Thank you. Stay classy, HB.
In summary of tonight's effort, this effort known as the Berlin Airlift lasted more than a year and carried out more than 2.3 million tons of cargo into West Berlin. Stalin of the Soviet Union tried to force the Western Allies out of Berlin by eliminating the use of any railroad or highway into the western sectors of Berlin. The West responded to the blockade by sending cargo planes filled with food, fuel, and of course, chocolate. The West's success ultimately forced the Soviets to end the blockade.